This is the most recommended budget speaker on the internet, but is it secretly flawed? I bought the Creative Pebble V3 to find out, but after weeks of testing, I found serious problems you won't see in sponsored reviews. Therefore today I'm giving you the brutal truth. For the best price, click the link in the description. Let's start with what everyone loves. The Pebble V3 promises powerful USB audio for under $50. It's a 4.4-star Amazon darling praised for its minimalist design and plug-and-play simplicity. Setup is a joke, and I mean that in a good way. You literally plug in one USB-C cable and you're done. No hunting for a power outlet, no wrestling with Bluetooth pairing menus. It's so simple I managed it before my morning coffee kicked in. The 45-degree angled driver's point sound right at your ears, and the single cable between the speakers keeps your desk tidy. For a clean, modern workspace, these speakers look the part. They're small, they're sleek, and they don't scream gamer or audiophile. They whisper, "I have taste." But is that whisper actually too quiet? Because here's problem number one. The volume. Creative claims the Pebble V3 is 50% louder than previous versions. That might be true, but the baseline was apparently a mouse sneezing. On pure USB power from my laptop, the volume was frankly underwhelming. I had to crank Windows volume to 100% just for decent background music. Want to fill a small room or watch a movie from your couch? Forget it. There is a built-in gain switch which they claim requires a 10W USB port for amplified audio. I used it with a proper adapter. The volume boost is noticeable, sure. It goes from library appropriate to modest office party. But that introduces problem number two, distortion. Crank the gain switch and push the volume, and the sound starts to break up, especially in the bass. Which brings me to the bass, or should I say, the lack thereof. The marketing talks about enhanced bass reproduction. Let's be honest, with 2.25-inch drivers in a tiny plastic enclosure, physics is the real enemy here. The bass is present, but it's thin and lacks any real punch. Listening to hip-hop or electronic music feels incomplete. It's like eating a salad when you ordered a steak. There's a hollow feeling. The clear dialogue audio processing is a genuine bright spot. It works well for YouTube videos and podcasts, making voices crisp and clear without blowing out the background sounds. That's a legit useful feature, but it's a band-aid on a broader sound signature that is just average. Therefore, let's talk about the soundstage, or as I like to call it, the great illusion. Because the sound feels like it's coming from a single point between the speakers. There's no width, no sense of space or immersion. For gaming or movies, you get zero directional cues. An enemy creeping up on your left will sound exactly the same as one on your right. It's like the speakers are having a conversation with each other and you're just eavesdropping. Speaking of conversations, the Bluetooth 5.0 is convenient for quick phone streaming. The connection is stable, but the audio quality over Bluetooth takes a noticeable step down in clarity and dynamism compared to the USB connection. It becomes a mushy, compressed version of an already middling performance. It's fine for casual listening, but it's not a feature I'd rely on. Now for the build quality, which feels like it cost $42.74. The plastic is light and a bit hollow. Picking them up feels like holding empty cereal bowls. The volume knob on the right speaker has a cheap, grindy feel when you turn it. It lacks the satisfying tactile click of a premium encoder. For a product meant to live on your desk, the controls feel like an afterthought. My cat once looked at them with disdain, and she eats bugs. So who is this speaker actually for? If your only requirement is make sound and takes up little space, the Pebble V3 technically passes. It's better than most laptop speakers, but that's a low bar, like winning a race because everyone else is napping. Therefore, here's my contrarian snapback. The biggest problem isn't the sound. It's the hype. You're being sold a solution to a problem you might not have, and being told it's premium when it's fundamentally basic. The internet loves an affordable hero, but we often confuse cheap for good value. Value means performance per dollar, and when you listen critically, the performance just isn't there. What should you buy instead? That depends. If you need small and simple, consider saving a bit more for speakers that offer real power and fuller sound, even from brands like Edifier or PreSonus in the slightly higher budget tier. If you're stuck at $50, sometimes a good pair of wired headphones will give you infinitely better audio fidelity. The Pebble V3 occupies a weird middle ground, not terrible, not great, just perpetually okay. And in a world of amazing tech, okay is the real enemy. It's the speaker equivalent of a lukewarm handshake. Therefore, my final verdict: don't buy the Creative Pebble V3 if you care about rich audio, volume, or build quality. The problems with its thin sound, distortion at high gain, and cheap feel are real deal breakers. It's a masterclass in marketing over engineering. It promises a sonic upgrade but delivers a sideways shuffle with a slightly better cable management system. I wanted to love these. My desk wanted to love these. But my ears filed a formal complaint. For a truly honest setup, look beyond the hype. If you're ready to see the alternatives that actually deliver, check the link in the description for the best prices on better options.